But my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
We are back to stupid today, and we're going to goof on at one time a real up and comer came along.
No, Tommy, we're glorifying him. I gotta stop you. We're glorifying. This is a bring him back party. That's what we're doing.
This whole thing is to bring back a guy who called 14-year-olds when he was well over 20 to do terrible things with him.
Why don't you have a seat right over here?
No, thank you.
Zaptie was a part of a podcast called Hot Wet Soup. It was a competitor debated. Actually, it was quite good. Zaptie was the leading personality with such huge commentators who would become huge, like Elvis the Alien and Bionic Pig. And it turned out that not only was he treating some of his Patreons, like guilting them, and, you know, messing with people's girlfriends.
It's all the things they accuse Onision of doing.
And apparently having inappropriate conversations with underage girls. Back to stupids, back to pedo. Got to think of it, Nick. And there was a guy named Red Kiwis, and he got caught talking to underage kids or something like that. It was really unapologetic about it. On Zaptie's rise, he made a video on Red Kiwis, which is kind of ironic, putting it mildly. Here we go. The great Zaptie.
Before I get into the crux of this video, I need to give a huge thank you to the elderly clown and the foxfucker. Without those two...
What? That good right off the bat?
Hold on. What?
We're off to a good start.
Let me start it off right away.
We made the grave mistake of uploading a thank you video, which frankly sent me into a state of frustration and anger that I haven't felt since Lion Maker's Boast-a-thon described as a name clearing, so here we are. I realize this...
You don't even have to commentate.
I have 20/20 hindsight on this video,
I
Tommy.
hate Lion Maker. You don't even have to commentate.
It just so happens that it seems to be the current trend to want to fuck people who still take a yellow bus to school.
This is pure cringe. Oh my god. Oh my
It's everything I said and more.
The biggest problem with Kiwi's handling of the entire situation is that he's done three things throughout. The most notable one, unquestionably, is play the victim. Coming up close behind that is victim blaming.
Well, you can't say it. Zaptie never played the victim. He tried to red herring everybody by telling everybody he's a sociopath, and then Alex bought it.
He goes on to explain that she sent explicit pictures of herself first, but when asked to reciprocate, he
Felt really uncomfortable because, you know, of who I am and just everything. I felt really uncomfortable doing that, and she said that she could trust me, or I could trust her, and that nothing would happen.
Who else? They always, all those girls say that. You should know that one. Zaptie didn't know. What the fuck? He had a floor plan and how to get around it. It's fucking this guy.
You got a what not to do.
This guy suffered your sins before you had to. You know? God. Oh my god.
I believed I could trust her, so...
This is Kiwi's first...
Oh, he said that? He just believed he could trust her? A fucking bitch. She went back on her word, that little 12-year-old cunt. What the fuck? Oh my god. Zaptie had a DM link where he said to this like 13, 14-year-old girl, I kid you not, you're worth going to jail over. It's just like a mirror match in Mortal Kombat.
I'm not the only one.
And here we go again with victim blaming, as well as shifting the blame.
It was a one-time thing.
Seeing as Kiwi is American, the punishment for minors distributing child porn to one another varies from state to state. For instance, in Florida, a minor can be charged with a non-criminal violation for a first-time offense, with criminal punishment only arriving with repeat offenses. Laws such as these, appropriately called sexting laws, are put in place to grant minors who receive child porn from other minors a bit of leeway.
It sounds like he knew how it was. He went to law school in Canada.
He knew a lot about this.
He went to law school in Canada.
There are no such laws in place
Or
in
in the States, I'm sorry.
17 out of the 50 United States.
He knows every state.
Seeing as I don't know where Kiwis or Jessica live beyond the states somewhere, I can't say for certain what laws apply to either of them. If Kiwi lives in any of those 17 states, he would be considered a felon even at age 17. With that said, if Jerica lives in any of those states, she would be too, even at age 12. System.
If you remember, Zaptie was also the lawyer that Leafy used against Keemstar, the Summer of Baited. That's another funny thing.
I was in a really like depressed state. Like she was talking to
I
me
love
like
it. Yeah.
I kept on saying
That makes Keem crazy when you
That
pull
was
the
my
depression.
depression.
Yeah, that makes him nuts. I gotta be honest, it makes me nuts too.
Now he's blaming a mental illness. He's blaming depression, everyone. We've stooped to that point where we're gonna pretend that being sad or even
God, I'm feeling
Yeah.
bad.
You ever blame sociopathy? Like, you ever blame a mental illness for something like pedophilia? I can't imagine Zaptie ever do that.
That's exactly what he said. The irony is debilitating. I can hardly keep it together. I know. It's amazing.
She convinced me that I could trust her, and it was a mistake.
Are you insane? Seriously, are you insane? I shouldn't have trusted this girl.
Are you insane?
Motherfucker, she is 14. She was 12. How the fuck can you blame this on her? You keep saying teenagers are stupid, but you were 17 when most of this shit went down. That's very nearly a legal adult. Meanwhile, she wasn't even a teenager yet. Oh my god, how did people buy into this?
I don't know.
Moving on.
And she said, "There's nothing to worry about. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. That I can trust her. That nothing like this would ever happen. And here we are."
Are you fucking kidding?
You can't trust Will.
That's your first red flag.
I think I'm done. I can't take it anymore. It's just,
Tommy, I'm starting to think he might actually be a sociopath. I think we should open that book
Maybe we
back
should
up.
look
I don't
look
think
back.
we've quite crossed that off yet.